to burgeon, to expand. For certain states are void of justice, can't be completed for purpose of full explanation of states in which one provides abundant grace to self and blames the self for failure that's found in a shorter span. And to search for presence of or under or over, stand in order only withstanding the presence of G.O.D and challenge. In forms of fuller life which entails support overwhelmingly nothing short of that which garners gratitude to have this. Of course it's stellar life which prevail. I chose to opt out from this path. I chose instead to travel may not afford this balance. Fortunate to take this ride which is an alternate way to state for lack of space within prior bars. Fortunate states to state provides summary synopsis nutshell or encapsulates this fabric of current point in this life aligned with this time and travel. Although select few inserted themselves within the class of adversary, only said men can discuss their very reasons. Suppose it's what's presented when approaching territory seen and explored for the first occasion. For every soul to find explorer, come to terms with discomfort, resolve and seek agreement. Like me or exhibit favor is not my mission.
6:15 as I recite this, onto meridian time frame maximized, in order to make use of a fuller life, grants opportunity. The dexterity with which such artistry is enacted demonstrates such growth of oneself within this lifetime.
The burgeon is proliferation. Intimidation shall diminish once adults attain the realness and the realizations. However, layers stand within this very paradigm. Physical may not phase you, precaution may cause projection. Follow, don't trip, I have my reasons. Fucked up experience prior, though all individuals face it, don't subtract the need. An amazing judge of character, distance may plant the seed of mind, although conjecture may morph to surreal and see fruition. Curriculum based in burgeoning spirits beg tuition, and the fears cast deny admission on a grander scale. This intermission labeled life in the very brevity it carries makes crucial my sound decisions. But the burgeons to expand, and said expansion seems to have taken place and succeeded since I stand within this present state in which narration of sequence that drove beliefs that germinated seeds of reason which I lead with. Burgeon. We only reach if all infused within this plane of grace is exterior to this matrix. Not the Baphomet, but the GOAT. Only pan with camera angles and my loves with the most. Often inquire in the current what should qualify as all with relevance and matters, since all this is matter. And what's the reason? No presence of preparation for the first encounter had, and what hurts seems reoccurring. A paradigm I questioned at first and came to terms that the innocent are not cursed, but it's just God was trying to give me purpose. Certain conditions, pre-improvement may worsen, but observant level and success will burgeon.
Paradigms questioned and specific purpose distributed by G.O.D to plant, germinate the seed and nourish to result in burgeon. Initial stages pre-correction and pre-improvement may present and or cloak themselves in burden. A rude and inconsiderate awakening with a pail of ice-cold H2O to cause one to long for the days in which to all of the above they stood burden.
Assert that one may burn the sage to move these faces. Exile the breeds of what leaks in from dreams and beast bellies excreting demons. The sage burned, though metaphoric, it may take course to manifest its action in what's metamorphic. For technical application, use of metamorphic is metaphoric. But let's reshift and not lose course. Of course, first lyrics I penned them at 14. 2016. Moving forward, a consumer-based approach is what took course. Till 84 was just 4 years short of a score prior. In other words, 16 birthed a need to carve with words. Just another alternate form to display persistence. In each instance, self-actualization moves toward
Best version of self, the self-actualized. Reviewing past with photo frames on a beautiful shelf.
these perspectives taken, may entail a statement, which if one ain't all immersed, copies are half-hearted. And every last no exclusions area of any given moment within youth and elder years always are all symbolic, which leads us to believe that one component's all achievable, open known as simply leaving other halves to be completed. Leaving.
Overzealous to test us.
Let's get into it.
No, that's the one. That's the tape.
That's the one?
That's the tape. Right there.
I was just wrapping up.
Yeah, that's all good.
Man, I got a monster too.
It's all good. Okay.
You be keeping it moving too, man. Like, you know?
Yeah,
You're like, yo, my next project. Like,
yeah, right. Like, put this one out, let it rock. Like, all right.
Yeah, man. That's a
Beelzebub.
that's
That's on it.
quality.
Yo.
All right. So I'm not gonna be able to pick me up in the mix. You won't be able to hear yourself, but I can see you.
Okay, that's cool. Moved in the inner senses thrust to be a
Do it
best
again?
one can't remain.
I think that was good. But if you
want
want
to do a few takes so we have some to choose.
I'm good.
yeah, I can do that.
Every ideal of a
May the sun shine on the mill.
go, 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 go,
to move smoothly but still have faith it will possess delivery that's laced to kill. We breed contempt in environments where we cycle poison fed by familiar faces, thus being complacent kills. To points where situations faced by he who hates engagement within walls of fakeness creates a space with adjacent steel. To keys and ignitions, then takes the wheel to newly navigate the route that freedom sought to move and thus replace the field. Corporate environments replace the field. No code switching unless the desire stands to kill your soul in coldest blood and kill your whole realness. To be oneself is mad ironic, such as bold and fearless. Time is easy to underestimate and overwhelm oneself if unprepared to space it. What appears as hours work converts to obstacles with additional underestimation, such as a blessing graceful myself I had to learn to make this. Burn the sage to introduce the safeness, and burn the sage to eradicate the demons. Perpetually pending items of pet peeve, however that I needs established peace attained through most high. Most of life's journeys I've traveled, I pride myself in been pegged as overly stern, which stems from overprotection, over concern, but never regret out the way I turned. And the sternness is needed to bleed this truth I exude through my pores in life and music. I walk the walk, the truth I use to guide my moves is crucial. I walk the walk, the truth I use to guide my moves is crucial. I walk the walk, the truth I use to guide my moves is crucial. Ever so influential to youth, my goals when this is through. Leadership shall parallel the stance of student. Risk and chance I wish I'd taken, now I'm advanced nonetheless with plans to rule it.
When the sage burns, since we can't cease the routines with which the globe orbits, the sun rotates and evolves and the earth turns. The currency of the spirit and what makes us sane.
I be the sun to raise like sage smoke, to the occasion elevating the fake woke. Enhance wisdom, see difference so grace flow. Killing the negative vibe that may troll my halo. In an order like water where waves roll. Post-traumatic flashback from slave boats. Not living in the past, I just feel it in my DNA. Like reincarnated lynchings that I see today. The face of racism went from age 80 to babies young as 12 in MAGA hats acting crazy. Maybe I'm tripping cause this don't feel different, like I've been here before. Never mind, don't listen. Having visions as a sage takes over me. Birthing ideas like ovaries that sculptured me. Engulfed and free, thinking released in time. Sierra Leone bloodline in my inner shrine divine. My mind spine all connected through my body. Electricity watts flows, not a hobby. I do this.
is important. A thick skull may not allow to look past torturous or resort to morbid thoughts that process and result in manufactured realms when accustomed to mistrust that constructs assumption, gumption to back its protective layer or at least its reasoning concludes the ounce of remaining Riesling in tunes when wisdom parcels presence entire premises move their molecules and change dynamics of ever so skeptic rooms. Yeah, the brief ensues. I intently give attention, never ill prepared out the need to protect from trenches. She advised the safest spaces with I from fear of man may stem your greatest motivations and drive based on trauma survived. Trust in me, I'll never provide a reason to seethe or sink my teeth in most susceptible places your body breathes. We're not the enemy, always will have a friend in me. Always abide by rules that you set in stone is the basics. These along with relations we coordinate with the manner in which we mesh, which may deem us outside the matrix. An unconventional couple who overstands, overtly introverted and invested in tandem and future plans. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. Whether or not the future plans include conceiving, to administer operation lives a reason. As family unit status, if includes infants, the rarity moves the flags and posts further along the field for all expectations of greatness. No presence of children shall bear no devastation if choice to refrain the both partaken. We check the needing with states of well-being of each other, so reckless means to coexist in this relationship never inject its features. Concerns displayed when temptation to neglect my breakfast creeps in, thus the muse confirms the king is eaten. Union's the truest. Multiple uses of mind within such a muse produces, hence the current track's influence. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. In sync the way we move and maneuver with ways the truest. Observers and my closest few. This growth is crucial, no cliches or buzzwords, no cookie cutter life coach wisdom preacher man rhetoric or pumpkin vintage. Just bearing in mind our thoughts are valid, which we knew as children. What can we do besides instill inside them the descriptions? Only regard what will frame them as larger, beautify their strengths and accept their truth, capitalize and know their godly power. Hold them dear and raise them with reason instead of restrictions with no reason, so they unleash as soon as they see what's thought to be freedom.
Up stuck to the past. Hurricanes and glory never last. Catch up to you, you can't run that fast. Run that fast, run that fast. Growing up stuck to the past.
In the way of black rose blossom with thoughts and influence, petals resembled innocent shed. Nocturnal creatures abruptly snatches and error ceased. But through transitions, I gained resilience. Amazed at times I reflect and observed in hindsight how the brilliance ballooned and increased my level and plane within my militant mind. Delete the devilish lines, scrap was delivered to imprint within belief of self to repeat this decline of self-worth and perception of self. First it was reckless, now to fathom I'm less than a king is question. Absurd inquiries, or what I deem what you pose that'll call to judge me as less than a fucking menace with words, or further less than protective of all dependent on my need to remain in stand erected periods in which I'm tested.
Growing up, stuck to the past. Hurricanes and glory never last. Catch up to you, you can't run that fast. Run that fast, run that fast. Growing up, stuck to the past. Hurricanes and glory never last. Catch up to you, you can't run that fast. Run that fast, run that fast.
Standing as I've proven the tools that I choose to value, thus unlearn and undo the flaws and teachings to then transfer influence. Precious youth endure delicate parts of life entailing cruelest, though by chance unintended barbaric usage of opposing youth who lack the gauge for usage, and hence inflicted with long-term consequence on noodles when I do, which returns me to original points instilling in youth, resultant from predecessors who acquire truth.
Say no and listen anyway, yeah.
Crave, lust is an issue, trust is in misuse. Accustomed thrusting the hip moves, rusting and fixed through. Panic over reproductive chances, which wither with age and options that change. Rage through the iris of the males ignored in prior years, like you supposedly searched for perfect and I was here. Settled down, a term rather subtracts the vertical decline and equates to grabbing up the good enough. In prior years he wasn't square, prior years he wasn't hood enough. Madness made a list of standards for the bougie broads who call themselves bitches, running through the losers and crews of lost, incompetent, inept men with no to offer. I rhyme the crews of lost with bougie broads and no to offer. The skill's a byproduct of what's needed to kill your rosters. Ambition, digression, stock shot up for those who got mocked in previous eras, and now the choice resides within the palm to choose and will a partner to provide to and to nurture children until delusion kills them.
Every ideal ever takes fear, repels and confirms from our previous years. All convictions are falsely witnessed, present affections fall victim.
Naivest disposition shatter, in sync with innocence. Realization shift the matter from blissful ignorance to restructure motion. Since wisdom riddled jaded victims since imprinted with wrinkles who learned and been laden with iller notions. Wrinkles in the brain to sniff the whole shit. Old ideologies assassinated, Bin Laden into the ocean. And subsequently ugly mentions all received from intentions. The praise was innocent and ugly, thence eventually boom. Now approaches rep a gemstone, an ornamental mineral, some would say similar to Malachite's projected visual. Feared to take a chance at finding love is visceral. Villains' actions resultantly blanket protact's intentions, yeah.
Every ideal ever takes fear, repels and confirms from convictions are falsely witnessed. Present affections fall victim.
Fear to stumble upon a skeleton series upon the entrance into one's walking closet. Now sabotages the chance to tread the limbs and branches or reflect on puppy love, attracting chance that taunted lip locking and leaves and branches. Belief increases that these are scandalous. Commit an act of theft on hearts that explode with affection. Inform a need to form a shell to protect as opposed to melt and pour the beverage. Form affection to avoid dread exposed to rejection. Pain and precaution measures deemed protective and produce projection from past perps or crimes on one's connection. To fast forward, establish trust, open discuss and therapeutic sessions. Ground rules routine, but you're a team.
Of compulsive lies, provoke desires, exposed when they open fire. The show's expired, integrity through shots. Without a bartender, bipolar like Minnesota winters in December. Pretenders I remember as insecure, jealous, immature, develop, overzealous to test us. A known virus that plagues the black community. A few tips I'ma give with gratuity. Stop the hate and start vacating the bullshit. You may weather the storm on some cool shit. Marcus Garvey or Steve Harvey, the full script that they gave you like white saviors to rule with. It's like every house nigga lives in real ones. All it take is a little cake to reveal some. Still none respected, objected and disconnected. Resurrected a method familiar with no ethics.
Routine is the meanest. These attributes of this realness and form we follow reflects the routine of truth and the teachings to which you speak it. Never had who dreams, realist in the routine.
Undisputed in this concrete zoo, I'm deeply rooted. Dropping jewels like Slick the Ruler, rocking fresh new Pumas. These other rappers get muted, they not as fluent. I want the smoke like a Cuban. I know shooters and Buddhists, I know Rugers and looters. To see the bigger picture, you gon' need more resolution. Hip hop the biggest movement, kinda like a revolution. Ain't no knocking my blueprint, no blocking my evolution. Gotta stay focused, eyes open for Judas Brutus. Too much violence in these streets, minds polluted over illusions of money. That's when jealousy gets brewing. Got my first check and I blew it over dumb shit. My biggest regret is when I lose it. Like D-Rose, been through the bullshit. Running with bulls, gripping the full clip. I'm like the 07 Lupe, feel like the coolest. Been a nuisance to the hood in this game, I'm a student. I'm trying to make it out the mud, out the sewage. I ain't the type of rapper sipping mud, getting zooted. Too busy getting Gouda, giving back to the slums. Come through in the clutch, smooth than a Persian rug. You know what's up, it's a dog-eat-dog world where I'm from. Homies that I know locked in the dog pound, living corrupt. Ducking the dodge slugs, when doves cry so do thugs. Do this for my loved ones and nobody we trust. Carry weight on my shoulders till my knees give up, yeah.
Routine is the meanest. These attributes of this realness inform me. Routine is the meanest. These attributes of this realness inform me. Follow reflects the routine of truth and the teachings to which you speak it. Never had who dreams, realist in the routine.
I've seen it all from these cubicle walls. Climb a ladder so tall where you knew that you fall. And I've survived it all from the brutalest tours to the loneliest nights. Had me wishing for more. Another 24, a hamster wheel. Never got the chance to feel, so wonder if this life is real. Hoping for the time to heal. 8 for the work day, 8 trying to sleep. 8 for the promises that I've been trying to keep. And this 24 war got me battling a beast. 3 hands, 2 sides, and a face I can't defeat. A day seems incomplete before I get to counting sheep. These deadlines I gotta meet. This bedtime is trying to creep. Redline economy of time. Account for this design. I've been focusing on mine before it's back to corporate minds.
Respect the rule, but cash doesn't rule my moves, but only so many things that surround me. I get to choose and administer the terms under which we work, so accept the rules. Address the tools I need or take heed or else zero break gets broken. I tend to focus on compartments in this episode they refer to as life if they stifle or left my legs immobile. Cause principles have carried the truest through several regions and compartments of the stage they call life and through endless seasons. I'm a mammoth when I speak, a true companion. My connection is deep and my standard told the reasons. If I feel damaged, then it's deep, in tune with plans to heal with blessings I reap in my famous soul precedence. It's precedence in other and altered pronunciations. Falter, succumb, or wavers what the snake's allowed to enter allotment within the reach. And I'm on no saviors. Melaninous or praises or bowing on black first by default like my old album. Have yet to see agenda for us. We hold prowess. My routine consists of all which is cross-stitched and embedded, absorbed in my very fabrics to mold and to shape these outcomes. Long for conditions, perhaps the prior days of life, when purest vision owned and determined our rhythms. Rites of passage, we witness when these globes of youth, within our innocence, shattering inexperience.
Before worries, we was kids building racetracks and Pinewood derbies. You better be back at the crib before 6:30. Comic view a living color, handyman's a clown. Food stamps, 5 brothers rocking hand-me-downs. Bologna fried in the pan, strawberry scented markers and crayons. I used to let the Elmer's glue dry on my hand. Community center summer camps, wasn't they the truth? That's where I bit into an apple and lost my baby tooth. Then I lost my innocence. As I got older, the planet got colder like climates of the Inuits. Mama died, seeking homicides. The internet turned everybody to robotic zombies. Now I'm feeling lonely like Amistad. Can I rewind the times? Bring back my moms and climb trees with no care of the world like when I was 9. Cause earth is getting weird and Armageddon's near. So for the sake of today's children, I shed a tear.
Long for conditions, perhaps the prior days of life, when purest vision owned and determined our rhythms. Rites of passage, we witness when these globes of youth, within our innocence, shattering inexperience. Exposure, reach forms of havoc and massacres. The insides is wicked. Through the these anthologies. Life presents a multi-course misleading meal on tarnished platters, which harness carbs combined with harmless snacks till it seems to reek of needed apologies. Driven thinking the depth is represented by those who simply satiate image has such extent and ends. I miss the innocence era which held my virgin days with no exposure, nostomatic infamy era with mine of a younger Albert Johnson version with a voice inflection similar, probably cause my mind and body one like prodigies. Golden era reminiscent, older souls to hold and harness, bold and spare along as pads and pens existed. High school's riddance, then independence made its ugly world premiere, and I first witnessed, never fathomed in women. Perceived the positive or even thought of all things plausible in such worlds with new form cynicism. Is to ways the pain from prior situations make the sense of caution heightened to extent the cause of blindness, and sense the noises made by self. Product of bottoms referred to with rubber soles, yet the radars are kept for ropes. Reference to intruders to souls, parallels made to theatrical scenes and describe the stage. Then imagination sways and drift from within margins past the page and creates a scene, a major motion picture drifting also distant to suggest the lots I inhabit on which I live subject to and ridden littered with graves. Ways for thoughts to bury you blindness, barricades the blessings, or at least attempts to with evilest instrumentals, sadisticest of soundtracks, sicko crafted scores to in turn exude the pain from one's pores. But where's God? Dumb decisions, placing oneself in danger by ways of deliberate nature ain't necessary. Where is God? All entails an approach we considered sensible to ease the sense of peace and plus the mental. Where is God? Where is God? Where is God?
Every with my mind, no. Frigid winners running through my spine. No tomb can hold me, no can control me. Big heads and phony idols, blindfolds, vitals are vital. I smell with my eyes closed. I might be the psycho disciple. I might need the light or light.
Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Coincidental as the ways the pieces you peep and journeys piece and fall to alignment, and the people one may find in assurance thought was made by self. Product of God when deferred to and suffering, torture and pain seem to reach an apex. Then healings move and soothe in these souls to pursue this pace, a production of sorts to observe delays. And imaginations made to gift one within hardship lasting ages, to make escapes and truly reach this fruition, drifting off so distant. Suggest the earth I inhabit on which I live's abundance is littered riddled with ways. Praying, blessings carry me, guidance and open ears to lessons. Defeat these devils with peaceful as instrumentals, sadisticest of soundtracks and sicko crafted scores. I eliminate with peace that God forged. So there is God. Some insist certain happenings run coincidental. Signs will show in time we pay attention. There is God. Tracks I make are not meant to be grouped as gospel. Don't mean I can't point out the good that God do. There is God.
Beelzebub, hear me with my mind, no. Frigid winners running through my spine. Oh, no tomb can hold me, no can control me. Big heads and phony idols, blindfolds, vitals are vital. I smell with my eyes closed. I might be the psycho disciple. I might need the light or light or light.
consists of realness, displays of pure intentions, with no return expected. Although the principle one possessed to reciprocates an applauded attribute. Though most don't hold, it conveys the best of qualities the last of a dying breed may compare with, yes. Cost me nothing to shout out my peers, I just don't expect or solicit no reciprocity. Rap can have me tuning into the stupid shit, the points where petty, minuscule, and menial happenings sync with routines in. Influence to think, to entertain distraction, to place a young mind on a path of thought, to think there's something to be gained just rapping.
You think I rap for the fuck of just
if I were ill-behaved in youth and said formats outside which I reside, I'd likely not garner these several chances, or gather second chances which gave me the transformation needed just to form the rearview perspective, or perspective I bleed, as a result of vehement need to reject the teaching that's due mainly to bad perceptions and teachings were seen as preachings. Follow, success did not equate to titles, especially one all classified as man subject to snipers, or the fact that discrimination just ain't conveyed by 38 specials, grenades, or plays the switch who made by Benchmade or a showcasing. Oversaturation of MCs is stressful, till I'm reminded myself I'm the best of till I'm reminded myself I'm the best of
Best in this context is not to reference competition. Best results from that which begins as growth, burgeon, evolve, succeed, and transition. G.O.D. is included and present with it.
Trust I discern from those who support from a distance, all who love to wish no progress or success, yet love to see you struggle. Operations to promote those who are closest, terms of proximity wise, and push the soda. Yes, awareness, I rarely discuss location or origin has me parceled, but intentionality in this is partial. Privacy, cherished to extents any concern with ostentatious nature, spotlight or shine is inefficacious. Piracy, they who have luxury which affords the chance to make from scratch convincing of hits and insist in advantageous irony. One is such said as a superstar who can produce his heart from out his own chest, but he chose the over. Fucking of the artist with no exposure, with low promotion, who could use the extra posting. But above it all, oversaturation of MCs is stressful, till I'm reminded myself I'm the best of though. Taught me to admire what they place before me. Preceding palettes and paintings appeal with color orgies, blending together like uniting and opposing weaponry with energy that's positive. Now who can step to me? What force gets bucked with me when I've invalidated all afforded luxuries and extorted the corporate dorks that want a portion of my soul and dignity of theirs, snubbed and ignored them to keep my mortgage? Peace, Tell them there's more to me. They forge at court, well fuck them out their lawyer fees. There are no contortions seen on faces of the brave when devils prey on greats and wave. Their weapons is a way of strategies, tactics attempting to instill fear and pain and other makings of a slave. Such accounts and epilogues to reels projecting exhibits only reflect isolation in gray and blue rooms. Yet they read my manifestation like I project the need to betray them, excessively consuming jaded huge shrooms. Of course I proceed with respect, cause in observations of paintings of culture on brick walls, and yet the vultures and the idiotic observers remain in truth to view this as they will and see this as nothing more than a disrespectful gesture. Thinking is required to unpack it. Testicular fortitude and even mind to unwrap it. The moment the game get real, the mask is moved and the innocence is thrust to the abyss. One can't regain innocence or unsnatch it. 20 minutes shouldn't bore or sedate you unless you're 17, and you would have poured at the rate you hit your threshold and exceeded, which happens to align with the briefest span of this life and time and tenure you lived on the surface. Lived on the surface. I had to make it rhyme with uniqueness like roses we loved that grew from concrete as if they bleed with cement. Stupidity ran its course in my life and it had its reasons, had my rationalizations. A smooth mouthpiece will make heads see it. These perspectives, these days they more along the lines of how on earth you claim you're prepping for revolution when your failure's so epic it's evident that you are neglecting economic progression and betterment. Plus, must I mention a key element? How the fuck you plan to purchase Rooks and Smith & Wessons when the merchants rep your arch nemesis? KP continues his lift in the chariot with the queen beside him. It seems the state in which he stands projects one where the greens inside her redesigns his mind, but reality is a realignment. Redesign and freedom of minds consuming his seasoned mind. I call it powerful pensiveness, how he ponders propensity of his people possessing power without a pension. That's emphasis on the pension not being on what's dependent. Cause see, the masses want the luxury. Observe it, then we see the bits and pieces through a certain lens that narrows in on abuse, and interpret that the masses want the fuckery. Believe most of nonsense half these rappers try to tell you is right. The North Sentinel Island is a paradise. A ramble to remember, like Big Ass to a rapping dude. The G is rapping to you. The word is spelled with a capital without the street life element. Sans gangster. Emphasis is stressed and killed with burlap bandanas like a hippie Santana. I recall we attempted to emulate the antics. Although we didn't breach invisible unspoken caution tape, the very fabric of this game laid we weren't gangsters. I recall the first person version containing capacity just to legally drive with a join your face with hand. We weren't wanksters, but burgeoning to badgers want the plan. Not only badgers, but badgers this rabid fishes and encounters as if raccoons with speed and mastication is placid. Nutshell, we swayed from aiming to attain the accolade to wave to dams and rap counterparts that we waved the ratchets. My aspirations had to keep them. The triple 20s, aforementions of that of optimism, visions of realists, just the real in favor for realest shit that my tracks feature. Forbid I mention other lyricists my tracks feature. I fulfill projecting my spiritual outlook and delivered astronomical statements by painting Black Jesus. Papa wasn't a panther, but a preacher who respects and appreciates the drive I had to place them on my anthems. Referred to as parental features on these tracks I squeezed out from within my spirit, wrecking what's paternally proceeded. Now we discuss snatching, now the recap is played. Innocence in the incisors till they sink through the sage and the basil garnished on adorable does killed by deplorable fucks or illusions lost. They snatch their teeth out their slave. What does that mean? Experience the least the innocence that one once had, or innocence we see one to have's an illusion. He's a villain. Bake the cake as a way to escape the grips of supremacists made inflicted pain. He whose face graces paper stands the shame, rather pride. I'm a man of shade. My melanin is reflected, to which you stand will fade. Look what Hollywood gave us: lightsabers, superficial lifesavers, magic Negroes and white saviors, and hold the nerve to have sold ideas. Our success is aggressive motion as slavers, ball players, or pimps and white gators. While our counterparts are busy acting conscious, half-assing thoughts with their lacking knowledge, getting bit by rabid foxes. I'm only saying, y'all, I'm trying to make torrential rains fall to drown and overthrow the tarantula's reign, y'all. Running game on this system to flip the script as if a rural Mari tribeman residing in realms curtailing violence. Since we reside in climates of disenfranchisement, necessitating chambers which release them things residing. Which is last in the clip, the first to pop or the first inserted? Deem this a quote, my name endorsed in cursive. Daring with the craft, for instance, acrylic watercolor sketches greatly tactful and crafted constructing raps. A derelict with fashion, African print wearing assassin. You rockin' bunions all within your grip with what they had your projected badass doing, simply simping, cooning, and ruining your legacy, exchanging your dignity, speaking over simplistically as to fit into clicks and attain the plaid, and the pork and bean cans with mini steaks, rustlers with the tags, tizzlate boots, bubba gum looking ass, shucking and jiving and sucking, frontin' for nothing, brown nosing for no reason, committing treason and dungarees, bitch. Separate from patrons of pure with 20/20/20 vision is vivid and sit with style. They're rivet lovers, but circa 97 aiming with their mighty weapon in the newest form of cyber game, and they call it aim. Understand the difference in description, brothers. Some circles are populated with serpents not to be mixed with others. This in an abridged version of inner workings of persons within which to watch the serps or lesser melanin supremacists, stated by words and classes of others. Intent is not to summarize in shells of nut butters, versions of hidden colors. The color orgies have no correlation to colors involved in cake mixes, fulfilling bed wishes involving splashing. No placement of judgment, just not my philosophy to get the rocks off me, rather remain monogamous. Before you spend a red cent on bullshit, let me throw two in. Before you purchase a purposeless purple Parker looking stupid. My intent's not to shatter dreams you intend to interpret. However, theatrics masking lack of skill do not make them lucid. These bitch-ass rappers quote-unquote make it and start cooning. They interlock the enemy's arms and they start crooning, fulfilling fuckery, deleting legacies, and short undoing all for which we invested into their craft. But then we did the math and figured if 3 halves of what he holds wholly is infiltrated by 1/2 of tainted influence, then he will lose it. That's if his will is weak as our constituency holds those he influences, so to result in the fact they lose. Now let's connote the rap type to how one is taxed and comprehend why I chose to remain in informing brackets. In addition, understand performance though absorbent of attention upon arrival was meaningful, only for full intent to highlight my statements, make a place to make them stay with you, explains a graceful performance in smoking jackets, all imbalance, or being graced by the presence of tactless, intimidated by their own talent, self-centered hurt the growth producing one's own stagnance and own prowess. The attribute and lack of growth are codependent, and stagnance is not an authentic word. I merge and tend to engrave my verbiage inside you with grammarless purpose, for a larger purpose which encircles what you perceive to be so mercilessly purposeless. Now appealing fame is their new form of land. Some argue the symbols a pyramid formed with hands. Others argue an owl repped by another region. Few can't agree the founders of both are genius. Many present valid points. It's being painted less black now. Pirates no longer profit and beef is a cash cow. Profits no longer profit. Deceased still ain't back now, but legacies live and legends remain remembered. 16 lame Septembers. We still ain't received back our pack now that this feudal system lost a couple decades back. Restructure combined with time and redesign in many paradigms of what's part of now is quite a motherfucker. Monetary system shifted. Fewer movements of their goods get precious metals called platinum due to new platforms, cause the population sat some, short for saturate. Idle raise eyebrows with rabid hate. Rabid hate. Rabid hate. The evolution of my predecessors lies in the thought I'd fathom the gall to clear the bar which seems to make approaches, and even taste the toast of embers flickering reckless, encroaching on safety, warning of danger by the most high.